Right, hello there fellow DIYers. Now the little job we're going to try to do today is fix this fairly ancient mixer tap in the kitchen to see if we can stop this leak that's appearing on a daily basis. So it seems to me that the leak is coming out of the back of the mixer. So what we're going to do is investigate. Right, now so that I can see what's going on behind you, I've borrowed a mirror from the lady's dressing table. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a retaining screw at the back of here, a very awkward place. It's actually a flat-headed screw. So we're going to need a screwdriver that'll go in the back of there. What I've got is one of these kit screwdriver sets, so that actually will go into that slot, but what we need is a very short screwdriver, or we can utilise another DIY piece of kit. Use these pliers and that small part and see if we can get that to go in there. Now, a bit fiddly. Right, that's in the slot. Let's see if we can give that a turn. Whoops, probably the wrong way. Oh yeah, it's quite not too bad. That's coming out. Now let's just take a precaution here and put the plug in the sink so that we don't lose that little thing down the hole. Right. So there's the tiny little screw there that retains this thing. Now, the tricky thing is, as long as the taps are turned off, I think we should be able to pull this thing out of here. Now bear in mind we're at the kitchen sink, so the cold tap is coming directly from the street at high pressure. The hot tap is more likely coming from the storage tank in the airing cupboard, and that's on the low pressure. So whatever we do with the cold supply here, it's going to be at high pressure. So that means you're going to get a massive amount of water very quickly. So if there's any doubt, always look under the sink and find the stopcock, the rising main stopcock, and turn that off. But in this case, I don't think we're going to need to do that. So oops, yeah, okay. So there's some little bit of water that's obviously sitting in this this thing here. Now, right, there are two rubber O-rings, I guess you'd call them. Now, I don't know how long they're supposed to last, but this is a very ancient bit of kit. Now, the lady wants to have a new kitchen in the summer, so she's not keen on putting brand new taps in here just for a few months. Now, let's have a look. Quickly utilise some other bit of kit out of the kitchen drawer here. Don't know if you can see this, but these O-rings, presumably it's a good idea not to damage them. That's in there. So that's how the O-ring looks. It's a rubber ring. Rubber washout, you could call it. Now there's two of those. Presumably after about 1 million times of the mixer being wrenched backwards and forwards, these are going to wear out. So my feeling is, if we could get these, a couple of fresh O-rings, we may be able to put this thing back together without getting all the plumbing kit out. So what we're going to do now is pop down to the plumbing shop and ask them. They'll be so pleased to see us, a customer walking in for 2 of these. But anyway, we'll go down there and ask the question.
Yeah.
What we're going to what's
So we're just trying to find the O-ring now.
we're trying to find the right size, aren't we?
Yeah. That looks like a good fit. We just need to try it on your tap.
They are pretty.
They are very tricky, but that looks like a good fit, not too thick.
Right, so we've got our 2 fresh O-rings. Just going to soak up some of the water in here before we shove this thing in. Give it a bit of a clean, I suppose. Now, I don't know whether you're supposed to put some kind of grease on here or Vaseline or something. Obviously it's drinking water, so probably you wouldn't want to put any kind of lubrication on there. So we'll just see if this will go back in the hole. Let's have a look. Let's see. So it's got to go this way, but so this, I suppose you'd call that a collet, this piece of plastic. Now that also could be the reason for our leak. I don't quite know what its job is, but obviously the slot here corresponds with the hole for our little screw. So if we put this, let's see, has to go like that. There seems to be no other way, nothing else is movable, so I guess that's going to go in there like that. Right, that has gone completely in. So we put our small grub screw in the back, if everything's aligned up properly, and whoops, we're doing this live, there's no rehearsals. Using our little screwdriver, mini screwdriver, just tighten that up, use the pliers, not massively tight, I would say that should be enough. Well, take the plug out, let's hope for the best, hope we don't get them. Let's do the hot first, which is a low pressure, just in case everything goes completely bananas. Okay, now they're cold. I guess so long as that grub screw's in the back, this thing can't blow out. Well, there we are. That seems to be that little job done. Obviously, the leak that was occurring was taking a little while to show up, so we clean away all the excess water and hope for the best. So there we are. The object of the exercise is go to your local plumber. There's no need to go down the road to B&Q for everything. Some things are solvable quite cheaply. Go to your local plumbing supplies. They have cost 60 pence for two O-rings. Okay, it's a very ancient old mixer tap, but I'm sure this remedy would apply to more modern ones. 2 O-rings, 60 pence, and a bit of helpful guidance as well, all at the same time. Go to your local plumbing shop. No need to go to the big sheds. Thanks very much for watching, and if you wouldn't mind helping me by subscribing, that would get me up the YouTube rankings and probably encourage me to do a few more of these videos.